How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. This is going to be another First Thoughts video, and this time it's Illuna, Apex of Wishes. If you guys enjoy my content, please remember to like, share, and comment on the video down below. And remember to subscribe to the channel. If you really want to support the channel, check out my Patreon. Right now, we're probably going to be doing a lot of EDH via webcam because of coronavirus and everything. So if you want to get in on that, hop into the Discord, which you can get through the Patreon. And we're going to just get started. Illuna, Apex of Wishes. So this is a Teamer Commander. It's a Beast Elemental Dinosaur. It's pretty cool looking. And it basically mutates Cascades for a permanent. So there's a lot of ways you can build this deck. But one way is just what it looks like on paper. Just have a bunch of mutate creatures in there. Try to mutate as much as possible and hit as much good stuff as you can. And the way to hit the good stuff is top deck manipulation. Stuff like Sensei's Divining Top, Scroll Rack, Crystal Ball, those are all very good in the deck. Soothsaying, it's a little more expensive mana-wise, but it can dig as deep as you want it to, depending on how much mana you have. Brainstorm is really good in the deck because you can use it either way to get something good or to dump out stuff you don't want, then cascade through or mutate, flip, polymorph, whatever, go through the ones that you didn't want and left on top. You can use stuff like Worldly Tutor or Mystical Tutor to put something directly on top that you want to cast. So something like Blightsteel Colossus off Worldly Tutor, or let's say Expropriate or Mystical Tutor. It's insert sorcery, right? Mystical Tutor for Expropriate, and then just get no. It's permanence. You can't use Mystical Tutor. I'm sorry about that. Worldly Tutor, though, good stuff. You can get some cool creatures off that. And so you're gonna need to mutate a lot to get a lot of a card advantage from this. And to do so, you're gonna want Illuna to stick around. Best way to do that is to mutate it onto a creature that has protection, something like Hexproof or Indestructible. So you can do something like something early. So you can use like Sylvan Caryatid, which can help you ramp it out, and it's got Hexproof, and you can mutate directly onto the Sylvan Caryatid, and you got a Hexproof commander there, or Hexproof mutator flipper dude. Another option is going the indestructible route. Kefnet is a very good indestructible creature that you can, very cheap and good indestructible creature that you can mutate onto, and that gives it a lot of protection. I think the best creature to mutate onto is probably Thrun. Thrun is very, very hard to kill, can't be countered, can't be targeted, and can regenerate. So it's indestructible. And another card to have in the deck, if you don't want to run cards like those, you can run Asceticism, which makes it so any creature is very hard to kill. And that way, the key is really to protect the Illuna, so that way you can get as much value off her as you can, because it's expensive to mutate and not too expensive to cast. Like 5 mana is a lot, but it's not terrible it's not bad for what it does. But the mutate cost is what's really important. Then there's other ways to build a deck, though. So you can build a deck in a couple of combo-y ways. One way is you have no other non-land permanents in the deck other than Thassa's Oracle. You do just fill the deck with as many tutors as you can so you can get Thassa's Oracle into your hand. Then you mutate onto something like a Dryad Arbor and flip through your entire deck, everything gets exiled, then you just play Thassa's Oracle from hand, and you win the game. There's probably a few ways to do it, but that's one way. That's just a very combo-y version of the deck. It's not the strongest combo, but it's not a terrible combo. It seems pretty fun. Seems good. And then there's also, you don't want to hit bad stuff when you're flipping. So there's ways that you can try to minimize the amount of bad things to hit. But the problem with that is that you need to have the mutate creatures in there. So you're going to want to have the good mutate creatures and try to minimize the bad stuff with being able to basically polymorph off of lands that create creatures is a cool idea. So you can make it kind of a lands deck and run stuff like Dwarven Mine, Dryad Arbor, Field of the Dead, or Colony Garden to make tokens that you can mutate onto and then flip. And you can also do it revert, like, very different way. Like, just fill the deck with big dudes and a lot of ramp. Ramp out into big dudes and mutate onto them. Because who doesn't want to see a Terastodon with flying, trample, and all the other mutate keyword stuff? It can get pretty insane doing that. And another way to do it is same thing with you got to use like Dwarven Mine or something like that again for this one, but it's a pretty cool idea. Or like instants or sorceries that create tokens, and you only have one non-land permanent in the deck, and that's Omniscience. And you fill your deck with very powerful instants and sorceries, and instant sorceries that create tokens. So that way you can mutate regularly. So that way you can. So that way you don't. That way you have the ability to mutate when you can. As soon as you can mutate, and as soon as you have the mana, you can mutate and just cut through a portion of your deck because it's going to get exiled roughly half your deck. Hit Omniscience, and then everything else play for free and try to go off. That's a much riskier combo, but it could be pretty fun. It gives a lot of randomness and a little excitement into the game just because of the fact that you don't know if you're going to have a deck after that. But could be worth it. So those are my first thoughts on Those are my first thoughts on Illuna, Apex of Wishes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to comment down below, subscribe to the channel, like the video, check out my Patreon. It would be very great if you guys do. Join us for some EDH, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.